So what are we trying today?
All right, so today we went to Trader Joe's and picked out 9 different cheeses that are all kind of special cheeses, not like your mozzarellas or your cheddar. Things that all had kind of interesting things that sparked our interest when we went and looked at the cheeses and shopped for them. So we'll try through all 9 cheeses and kind of give what our tasting notes are and what our favorite is, and if rank them based on how the cheese is individually, and then figure out which is the best out of all 9.
So our first cheese we'll start off with is our caramelized onion, which is a cheddar cheese. This one is an English farmhouse cheddar blend with a sweet caramelized onion, creates a nice sweet and savory balance.
Sounds good to me.
So let's see. Has a nice cheddar smell to it. You can definitely taste the caramelized onion in it. It almost tastes like a French onion soup.
Yeah.
Like it has that really onion taste to it, but like also cheesy.
Yeah, I was gonna say it has like a nice like herb kind of characteristic, which is coming from that caramelized, like you're right, it is like almost French onion soup. Like that topping you get is like nice and crunchy. It's like they were able to take that essence and put it into a cheese, and then the cheese is kind of more mild, so that allows those more subtle flavors to kind of pop. And then it is a harder cheese. It's not like a, but I bet this would melt pretty good.
Yeah, this is kind of your standard cheddar texture. It's not too sharp, but it definitely has that nice onion flavor. So this would go good with a lot of things. Well, hello.
Are you here to help?
Second cheese today is our cheddar cheese with Scotch bonnet chili and red peppers. Oh, wow. That's a really good cheese. It has a nice spice to it.
Yeah. It's not like overly spicy though, but it's like that nice kind of like spice is the flavor, not spice is like just heat and that's it, single dimension. And it's kind of like more of an oily cheese.
Yeah.
Which more is like on that scale of still cheddar, but the pepper is definitely like the defining feature of this cheese.
Yeah, that one has like a really nice, strong flavor to it. And so it kind of, I feel like it would go really well in like a quesadilla or a taco. Something where it can really kind of blend in and not overtake, but really add that characteristic to the dish that you're making.
Yeah, I think if you had this, like you're saying, in some kind of burrito where you already had the spices that you had from your filling, this would help complement those spices and kind of enhance some of the overall spice too, and provide that layer, but not necessarily like be too spicy that you can't handle it.
Yeah, it has a nice level of spice to it.
Yeah.
So we're trying a double Gloucester cheese with onion and chives, and this one's from England. Not as familiar with a Gloucester cheese.
No.
So.
Definitely on the same kind of like softness as the last 2 cheeses. It's very like melty, almost like kind of like the meltiness of like a Gouda.
Yeah, it's definitely more melty. Let's see how it goes with the cracker.
Let's go with the cracker. Yeah, I like that. Like the texture of that one is really nice because it is just like melt in your mouth kind of deal. The overall like the herbs that were in it, I don't think they were super strong, but I don't think they were over like not there at all. They were just kind of more of like letting the cheese shine than more of the herbs shining.
Yeah, it's definitely not a strong cheese flavor or a strong herb flavor. It's kind of more of a neutral cheese. So I feel like it would go well with like crackers or something else that kind of lets the other flavors in the dish shine.
I bet it would probably go pretty good like if you shredded it and put it on top of chili.
Oh yeah, that would go well.
Because it is that kind of nice meltiness. So the heat from the chili I think would help melt the cheese, and that flavor is soft enough to kind of blend with everything else, but not overpower chili.
Yeah. So our next cheese is a fromage pavé. It's a red chili pepper, so it's soft ripened cheese with red chili peppers, and it's a product of France.
This one came in like a fancy box. That like you open it up and it was like wrapped in it.
So this one is a much softer type of cheese, and it has not too thick of a rind around it.
Yeah, kind of like the same scale as like a brie.
Yeah, it's very similar to a brie.
It kind of smells like a brie too.
Oh, that's really good.
It's exactly like a brie, but like with a thinner rind on the outside, and it's just that creamy melt in your mouth kind of feeling.
Yeah, if you like brie cheeses, this one's definitely one to try out. It doesn't have too strong of a chili flavor. It's not like that other one that we tried with the bonnet chilies. This one's more subtle, but it definitely has that nice brie creaminess to it. while still having kind of more of that savory characteristics with the chili.
Yeah, I think this one, again, would be really good with just crackers. So if you're serving this at some kind of like cheese and cracker party or as like a side, that's exactly what I would use it for. Because it is nice, soft enough that could spread onto a cracker.
Ooh, I wonder how that would do as like making it as a baked brie.
That would probably be pretty good
I feel
too.
like that would be really nice of having it nice and oozy.
Yeah.
The next cheese we're trying is a triple cream brie cheese with wild mushrooms. And it's a product of Germany.
I wonder how strong the mushroom character will be in this one.
Yeah, here you go.
Thank you. This is a super
Oh,
soft
this is
cheese.
very soft.
Yeah.
Oh.
Has that nice like funk that you would expect with a brie. Mm-hmm. It's almost got like an extra level of tang at the end. And it is nice and creamy. And the rind isn't like too hard. But I do like the consistency of the cheese is really nice. This feels really spreadable. Like I bet you could put this on
Very
a nice
spreadable.
like a sandwich if you were using
yeah,
this
yeah.
as the cheese to spread on top.
Yeah, no, it's a really nice cheese. It's much softer than the one that we just tried before, but it still has a nice creaminess to it. The flavor's not too overwhelming, so if you're newer to cheese and you're kind of looking for more introductory cheeses, these last two that we've tried are really nice for flavor. So they're not overpowering and they don't have that kind of blue cheese smell.
This one does have a little bit of a tang, but that's to be expected for a brie. It's not like overly powering.
Yeah, this one I would say has a little bit more flavor than the last one, but they're still both really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are all of our savory cheeses. And then we bought these special new ones that Trader Joe's has that are bread cheeses. So we got two of them. The first one we're going to be trying is a pizza one. So it says it's a mild cow's milk cheese seasoned and baked golden brown. So we're first going to try it just straight how it is, and then we're going to see, based off the recommendations on here, it says you should microwave it for 30 seconds or saute. So then we're going to try it heated.
Yeah.
So we're first trying the pizza one. It's a very firm cheese.
Yeah. It does capture like the essence of pizza. Like,
Yeah.
Like cold pizza. Mm-hmm. Like that kind of flavor. It is like without it being heated up, it is a nice like hard cheese that I bet would be pretty easy to like shred.
Yeah, it almost has, if you took paneer and just made it firmer, that's what this tastes like. Where it still has a little bit of give to it, but it's very firm.
But it does have, it's crazy, it does taste like pizza. It's really, really tasty.
And then the next one we're going to be trying is also a bread cheese, but this one's garlic flavored.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be like garlic bread cheese. Same kind of like firmness of it, almost like a cheese stick firmness is how I would describe it. The last one definitely had more flavor.
This one's more subtle.
Yeah, I don't get a huge kick of garlic in it, but it is like the same nice like firmness as the last one. This is good, but I think the pizza one was better than this one.
Yeah, this one you're getting more garlic towards the end of eating it, where the pizza one, it's like you bit right into it and you can really taste the flavor of pizza, like all the herbs and seasonings.
Yeah, and like the last one, I really think like the key tasting note was like if you put cold pizza into a cheese. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah. So now we're going to be trying the bread cheeses warmed up on crackers. So the first one is our pizza cheese one.
I was thinking about it. I wonder how it would be to use that pizza cheese as a cheese on top of a pizza. But that would work pretty well because it is nice and soft and melty. And if you just shredded it, it adds some extra seasoning to it.
Yeah, this is really good warmed up. So definitely follow the instructions where it says to like microwave it and get it nice and warm and gooey.
Yeah.
And then the next one we're trying is the garlic bread cheese, also warmed up on a cracker. Again, the garlic one doesn't have as much flavor as the pizza one. It's much more of a subtle flavor for the garlic.
Yeah. It said the only seasoning in it is garlic powder. I just think it could be a little bit more. I actually think it'd be nice too if there was actual chunks of garlic in there
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
to enhance it. But again, it's that nice kind of melty cheese that really reminds me of like string cheese that you could use to melt on top of stuff. So again, I think either of those two would be really good if you use it as the cheese for a pizza.
Yeah, any kind of like topping where it gets nice and melty, those two would be really good.
Yeah, or even if you went even a step further and like took that one and made it into a garlic cheesy bread and used that as the cheese.
Ooh, yeah, that sounds like really good.
Yeah.
And so now we're moving on to our sweeter cheeses. So the first one we're trying is a white Stilton cheese with apricots, and this one is from England.
It's got real big chunks of apricot in the cheese itself. Like you can see it from the packaging, you can see it. I wonder if it's like candied or caramelized or something like that.
Yeah, it's a very crumbly cheese, so it kind of just breaks apart.
Yeah.
So this one probably would be better for like crackers and trying to like spread it or something, or just eating it by itself.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's very much like kind of the peaches and creams, like apricots and cream kind of flavor.
It's very apricot forward, which is really tasty. It kind of almost feels like it's those like dried apricot, like not fruit leathers, but you know, like the dried rinds that you get. Or
Oh,
like
yeah.
They're like where they dry the whole fruit out, and then they put that in here, and then because of the cheese having moisture, it reabsorbs some of the moisture from the cheese to keep it soft. And again, I really like the apricot flavor in it.
Yeah, that would be like a really nice dessert cheese. Or kind of if you're having like a little snack on the day, that one would be a really good cheese.
I bet that would pair really well with like a sweet wine, like after dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's a nice like little end of meal.
Yeah.
Yeah. The last cheese we're trying today is wild blueberry vanilla chivie. Pardon my French. It's a fresh goat cheese.
This cheese is really purple. Oh, thank you. Like you can see oh my God, so many blueberries just like surrounding it.
It's got the sweetness from the blueberries, but then it has a nice little sharpness from the actual goat's cheese.
Yeah, these two flavors really blend well together. Does have that like characteristic of a goat cheese that I really like, and then again that like really intense sweetness from the blueberries. That's like just kind of hard to describe. It's not fresh blueberries, but it's something else that's like really good though.
Yeah.
I think if I had to rate my favorites out of all of these cheeses that I would definitely buy again, and they're my top 3 out of these, it's a cheddar cheese with the Scotch bonnet peppers in it, and then the white Stilton cheese with the apricots, and then lastly would be the blueberry goat cheese. I think those are my top 3. What about you?
Yeah, I think for me, for the savory ones, my top one was also the same, the Scotch bonnet cheddar cheese. That one just had such good pepper flavor in there. And it was also a nice cheddar, so it wasn't too sharp, but it actually had flavor into it. So that one, out of all of them, for the savory ones, that one was my favorite. For the sweet cheeses, I would say my favorite was the blueberry goat cheese one, because it had that nice balance of the blueberries being sweet while still having the goat cheese kind of be more of that salty, savory one. So it felt like it was a really good dessert cheese. And then my third favorite for the bread ones was the pizza one, because that one I felt like was a really unique product of actually having pizza flavored cheese, which I feel like we haven't really seen that before. And also having it kind of be that firmer texture that's really melty and gooey. I feel like the bread cheese was definitely a winner for Trader Joe's.
Well, now that we've tried everything, I hope you got something out of this, and I hope from this it informs you to help you figure out a cheese when you're looking at the plethora of cheeses that are at Trader Joe's. If you liked any of the stuff that you saw in this video, please subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. And if you want to see stuff similar to this, check out the video on the screen right now. We hope to see you again soon. Bye.
Bye.